and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, Jay Pops.
And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, today's date is May 26, 2021. It is a beautiful Wednesday, finally out here in the great city of Houston, Texas. It rained for about a week and a half, believe it or not. And now, the rain is gone. But now the rain is gone. We can now get back to sort of our regular daily lives in some sunny weather, man. It's sunny weather. Of course, it is humid. This is Texas, people. You guys cannot forget that. It is humid out here, but without any complaints at all, the weather is beautiful. I would not trade it for the war. I wouldn't trade it for the war. For the world, excuse me. I would not trade it for the world. As you guys can see, I have some whole setup out here, and in the background, as you guys can see as well, this is the baby boy. This is a picture that I got of him at the 12-man stadium, as I like to call it, man. This is the 12-man stadium out there. That's Kyle Field. That's a picture of when we were at the spring game. I have my coffee today. As you can see, I'm running behind schedule. But as you can see, I am running behind schedule, but I do have my coffee. But without further ado, man, I am going to talk to you guys. Please excuse me for not doing the episode on Monday, but like I said, it was due to a lot of heavy rain, okay? But I'm back now. I am back, baby. We're counting down the days. I believe we're 100 days or 99 days from when college football actually starts, okay? And before I just actually get started, man, from what I'm reading on here, on my 247 Gig'em Texas A&M site that I keep up with heavily, I am reading in there, and this makes me feel better as an A&M fan with the supposedly question mark at quarterback. It's saying that Haynes King is not actually separating himself from Zach Calzada. That makes me feel a whole lot good, because now I know for sure that quarterback race is something serious. That quarterback race is something serious, and both of those guys are pushing each other. That's why I say whoever does not win a job, I do not believe that those guys will transfer out. Not this year, not next year. That's just me. Only reason because is that I think whoever starts, they're only going to start for 2 years, and they're going to leave, and they're going to go to the NFL. I'm telling you guys what I know. So, if Haynes King or Zach Calzada sticks around, and although we have Eli Stowers and our next quarterback commit, Connor Wingman, coming in as well, who's a 5-star, that does not mean that those guys are not getting playing time. It's just a simple fact that I believe if Haynes King or Zach Calzada does not win and just actually sits back, that does not pose a question going into that following year of what are we in, 2021 of 2024. That does not raise a question mark to me, in my opinion. That does not raise one. I believe Jimbo Fisher will still be here, of course, but that does not raise a question mark in my opinion, especially if we dominate the SEC West. Okay, but anywho, guys, let's move along. So I have 2 breaking news reports. One breaking news, of course, as you guys already know, and this happened on Sunday night leading into Monday morning. Longtime Aggie baseball coach Rob Childress has been relieved of his duties. Rob was there for about 16 years, probably the longest tenured baseball coach in the country so far as college baseball is concerned. But Rob served about 16 years, man. Had 16 good years, had a winning record. But I believe due to the fact of where A&M is going in sports, period, they want to explore their options, man, and see if they can bring in a winner. You know, we have a $24 million. Yeah, I know. I can hear right now. Oh, you always talking about money. Everybody else is as well. All right. You do not build these facilities and give these guys great resources for no reason. Okay. At the end of the day, Rob Childress knows that it's all about business and it's about the competition of the sport. Okay. Do I follow Aggie baseball? No, I do not. I do not follow it like that. But I've heard many requests from you guys to tell me to follow not only Aggie baseball, but track, stuff like that. So I'm starting to look into that stuff, okay? It's going to take me some time. It's going to take me some time. I cannot just dive in there and talk about something I have no goddamn clue about. You know, I'm going to sound really stupid when I do that. So I don't want to make myself look stupid. And I don't want to make the fan base look at me and be like, man, this guy don't even much know what the hell he's talking about. So that is the reason why. I do not know track like that. All I know in track is that they run. Okay? I'm just being dead honest with you, man. I've never been to a track meet, anything. So I do not know about track like that. I'm sorry. That's why I don't kind of keep up with a lot of sports, but I need to. I can keep up with basketball, but like I said, it's just too many games. Okay? But anywho, back to the baseball facility. It's a $24 million facility that was put in place for Rob Childress when he was there in the baseball program. Same thing with track and field. That track and field, that whole track and field thing was rebuilt. That was money put into that as well, a couple of $1 million. So guys want their return on investment. All right. So like I said, it's all about business. It's about the kids as well, and it's about them getting their education, but it's also about what the kids want in return as well. Hell, those kids want to be winners. Although they're getting their education, those kids want to be winners. You know, so if they feel like they can't win here, they will go somewhere else where they feel like they can win. All right, it's just plain and simple at that. So moving along from that, Rob Childress, the best of luck to you. I know he will probably get hired by somebody, or he would just possibly call it quits. Say he's been around 16 years. He's made a lot of money. 16 years, believe it or not. But anywho, let's move along. Oh, and he's changed a lot of lives. He's changed a lot of lives in 16 years. So moving along to some football breaking news. Wide receiver Cameron Buckley. I remember the day that he had announced that he was coming back. A lot of us Aggie fans were excited, but also a lot of us Aggie fans were looking like, damn, that wide receiver room is crowded. Well, he's kind of sort of uncrowded it. Him and Shadrack Banks, they both ended up leaving. And the other guy that who was that went over there to Minnesota. But Cameron Buckley, the senior wide receiver, he's going over there with Indiana. Best of luck to you, Cameron. I know that you can go over there and be a difference maker. Now, will you guys beat Ohio State? I don't know. Yaz almost beat them last year. Talk to the Indiana fans. Talk to the Indiana football program. Guys almost beat them last year, so who knows what will happen this year. Can you guys beat Michigan? Yeah, probably so. Are you guys better than Michigan? No. Are you guys better than Ohio State? No. But can you guys compete? Yes. Does Cameron Buckley change that? Probably so. I have no clue. It depends on Michael Penix. I'm just being dead honest with you guys. It depends on Michael Penix. But without further ado, Cameron Buckley is going to Indiana. He's going to go play in the Big Ten. Only thing about the Big Ten to me is when those guys transfer over there, and that's two guys we've seen go to the Big Ten now. Both of them went to two different schools. It's the weather. Will the weather be a factor? I'm going to say that once again. Will the weather be a factor of how those guys perform? Okay? I'm assuming those guys are going up there because they feel like those two programs needed help in the positions that they were in. That is what I'm assuming. All right. So, hey, best of luck to both of those guys. Best of luck to Cameron Buckley. Do your thing. Put it down. You always be an Aggie, and we love you. All right. Also, some more breaking news. This has nothing to do with Texas A&M, but at the same time it does, because Auburn is becoming our rival. Quarterback T.J. Finley has left LSU and committed to Auburn. Now, Is TJ Finley going to go over there and win that quarterback job? No. He is not. No. Is he better than Bo Nix? No. He is not. And I'm by far not a Bo Nix fan at all. He would not go and beat out Bo Nix. Bo Nix by far is the better athlete. I don't know about the better arm throw, but he's the better athlete. All right. Once again, will TJ Finley go and win? No. He will not. Anybody can come on here and tell you that. Anybody who's thinking otherwise, they obviously hadn't watched TJ Finley. Not yet, at least. But no, I don't believe that he will win that starting job. He proved me wrong, though, but I do not believe that he'll win that starting job. Anywho, guys, let's move along here. So, on this latest edition of the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops, I'll be breaking down ESPN's FPI project every top 25 teams final record in 2021. And this is according to ESPN's 2021 Football Power Index. There are 7 teams heading into the season with odds greater than 2% of being the last one standing in January. That is what they're saying. And this here, man, this here reminds me of a show that I'm watching now on Amazon Prime. And I don't know if you guys already have watched this, but I'm playing catch up. It's called Vikings. It's the Vikings. Ragnar Lothbrok. I understand they got a lot of mini episodes with the Vikings, but I believe this is just one series of the Vikings, but they have a lot of episodes. So this is what they and I'm on season 4 now. This is what they did on the last episode of season 3. People have to understand that in order to be a leader, you have to think outside the box. And when you think outside the box, you have to be dominant of what you're thinking, and you have to be ready to overhaul your team if they're not on the same page. When I say overhaul, I mean you have to be ready to take on your team and potentially upset some of your team members due to the decision that you've made, knowing that it's the right decision. Okay? Please remember that. Always remember that. So this is what he did. He played dead, got in the casket, and this is when they were they're in the process of trying to take over Paris. Paris by far has been the most richest city in this world for a very, very long time. I said one of the richest. I didn't say the richest. I said one of the richest cities in a very long time. But anywho, he was so dominant to take over Paris, and he wouldn't stop from nothing. At this point, Ragnar Lothbrok is sick. Played dead, got in the casket, and he wanted a Christian burial. Got in the casket, played dead. They sent him over there to Paris. He got all the way inside of the actual temple of Paris, hopped out, alive and breathing. Like I said, same time sick. Did what he had to do. Took a couple of folks back hostage, but also let some folks come in, raid the city just a little bit. So people got to understand that Paris is something else. Paris by far one of the smartest, next to Rome, on how the way they done what they needed to do. Okay, so far as defeating their enemy. But anywho, Ragnar Lothbrok got his setup all together, brought in others. See, he was one of the guys that loved creating allies. The more allies he created, the more structure that he had, the more wall he could create. But at the same time, he knew how to think how his allies thought and beat them at their own game for when they got ready to come for him. So what I'm saying is this: why can't Texas A&M be that Viking? As of right now in the SEC West, Alabama is Paris. I'm going to say that once again. As of right now in the SEC West, as long as Nick Saban is there, Alabama is Paris. It has been many guys that has tried to come into Tuscaloosa and take the riches away. It's been many guys that have tried and failed at taking their riches away. How about Texas A&M turning into that Viking? How about Jimbo Fisher turning into Ratner Lockbrook? I'm going to say that once again, Ratner Lockbrook. And put something together and defeat the ones that can't be defeated. As of right now, I see Jimbo Fisher being Ratner Lockbrook, and I see Texas A&M team being Vikings. They can only follow what the elite is telling them to do. Once you go against the hand that feeds you, that's when it becomes a problem. That is when it becomes a problem. I'm going to say that once again. That's when it becomes a problem. The difference between the first year Jimbo Fisher started to the second year to the third was that everybody listened. Nobody bit the hand that fed them. That's why you seen a 9-1 record. It didn't do no COVID. Everybody always makes that excuse. Always do the COVID. For A&M especially, it was due to COVID. SEC was watered down. It wasn't that good, etc., etc. Instead of believing the simple fact that that wasn't due to COVID, that was due to guys not biting the hand that fed them. Put that in football terms. Anywho, let's keep going. I just want you guys to think about something. All right? You guys think about that. You guys tell me what you think. Anywho, but along the same lines as Nick Saban, who believes the playoffs has effectively taken away from bowl season, there are several dozen other teams who are capable of 6 victories in getting to the postseason in terms of win-loss projections. ESPN Football Power Index, FPI, is a measure of team strength that is meant to be the best predictor of a team's performance going forward for the rest of the season. FPI represents how many points above or below average a team is. Projected results are based on 10,000 simulations of the rest of the season using FPI. Results to date and the remaining schedule. Ratings and projection updates daily. So this is it. We're going to start it off. This is what they have as a projected data coming into the 2021 season. Like I say, we're only about 100 or 99 days away. Will these be subject to change? Hell yeah. Let's go through them. 25. Starting at number 25. Indiana Hoosiers. They have their win total set at 7.5. 7.5. Indiana Hoosiers. Number 24, West Virginia Mountaineers. Their win total is set at 6.5. Number 23 is Iowa Hawkeyes. Win totals is 7.5. Once again. Number 22 is Ole Miss. Their win totals is about 7. They got it at like a 6.9, but like a 7. Number 21, Texas Tech Red Raiders. I really can't believe what I'm seeing right here, but they have their win totals at 7.5 also. I don't know what the hell they're seeing in the Red Raiders that makes them believe that they're a 7.5 win program. But we'll keep going. Here's a look at 5 bowl bound teams to open ESPN's FBI rankings, with 2 potentially getting to the 8 win mark this fall: Indiana and Iowa. The Hawkeyes have a 20.9% chance per ESPN simulations to reach the Big Ten championship game. In his second season at Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin is starting at 7-5 finish in the face per ESPN. The Rebels welcome back quarterback Matt Corral and other playmakers on an offense that finished strong last fall as one of the SEC's most potent. That's true there. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. Number 20, Miami Hurricanes. They have their win total set at 8. I highly believe that Miami is a better team than the 8-win team. But we will see. We will see. We will see how they measure up against Alabama, in which I think it's going to be good game in the first half, and then that second half, man, I honestly believe Alabama's going to pull away big time. Number 19 is TCU. Yeah. For whatever reason, I can trust TCU. I can. They have their win totals at 7.5 also. Number 18. And a lot of these fans here are going to come on here and either bash me or bash ESPN or whoever or FBI. Number 18 is LSU Tigers. Do I see LSU being a number 18 team? For right now, coming into the season, yes. Do I see their win totals being more than 7? Yes. I've already clarified that. I believe that LSU is a 9-win program. At best, 10. A lot of those guys are going to shun me for that. They're going to come on here and complain to me for that. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You finally see Texas A&M go 9-1, etc., etc., and now you think LSU is beneath you. Well, I'm here to say this here. I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say that you guys were beneath Texas A&M. All I'm saying is that if Ed Orgeron doesn't get his shit together, you guys could be possibly looking at a 9 or 10-win season, which is damn good. That's right up LSU's alley. What are you talking about? But because of the simple fact that you guys have won the national title 2 years ago, I understand. I know the expectations. We haven't won one since 1939. I'm going to say it before you guys can even say it for me. Once again, who gives a shit? We're on our way to maybe winning the national title this year. I've already claimed that. I've already claimed a 10-2 and 11-win season for Texas A&M. I said we're going to lose either one. No. We're either going to be undefeated or lose one game, and I meant that. I meant that. We're not losing two, and I meant that. I meant that. Only because I've seen this team. I know what this team has. I know what this team can do. I meant that. The world. Could the Hurricanes take a step back this season? 8 wins might be the ceiling for Miami per ESPN's FBI projection. The Hurricanes are no longer the favorite to win the ACC's Coastal Division, and the schedule features several matchups against preseason nationally ranked competition. As for TCU, the Horned Frogs won't finish near the top of the Big 12, but 7 wins is possible per the FBI victory total projection. Gary Patterson's teams expects to be much improved on both sides of the football and had the chance to prove it against some of the nation's title contenders in league play. I'm not going to say that, does not expect the Tigers to win the SEC West. 1.8% shot. LSU returns a league high 20 starters. 20. That's why I said you guys will be the 9 or 10 win pro. That's 20 starters, man. But it's new coaching staff. It is a new coaching staff. Only reason why Ed went down like how he did for the 2020 season was because of opt-outs. Yes, before you guys correct me on that as well. But because of the simple fact that Ed has never went through an entire coaching staff. Ed has never seen his entire coaching staff leave after the national title. The only man that has seen that in back-to-back years and counting is Nick Saban himself. That's why he's able to deal with all of the pressure, the BS, and everything that goes along with it. Let's keep going. But they return a league high 20 starters, made significant coaching staff changes, and have one of the SEC's top pass catching groups despite losing 5-star free Eric Gilbert to the transfer portal. All right, let's keep going here. Number 17, Oregon Ducks. Their win total is at right around that 10 range. I believe Oregon should be higher than that. There's no way in hell Oregon should be number 17 coming into the season. In my opinion, Oregon should be a top 10 program. To the Oregon Ducks fans out there that's listening, top 10 program by all means. Number 16 is Auburn. I have no clue of why they even ranked Auburn. War damn Eagle. I can hear you right now. They should have kept y'all asses out of the top 25 rankings. It's nowhere in hell that you guys should be in here. I'm going to say that once again. There's nowhere in hell that you guys should be in here. And you guys know that. Y'all fans know that. I ain't seen shit from Brian Harsin in that scrimmage game that lets me know that they're even worth being considered a top 25 program. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. It's nothing that I seen. It's nothing that you guys seen. It's nothing that you guys come in and tell me about Bo Nix or anybody. Nothing. I understand Tank Bigsby is there. Tank Bigsby is going to be good. Bo Nix, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I do not know. I don't know. And I don't want to bash the young fella, but I do not know. I don't know, man. I don't even much know what the defense is going to do. They have Derek Mason. Okay, cool. Derek Mason wasn't nothing at Vanderbilt. His defense wasn't good at Vanderbilt. Stop it, people. I understand he held us 12 points. First game of the season. Yes, I understand that. That defense ain't nothing. Stop it, man. Whatever. We're going to keep going here, okay? Number 15 is Wisconsin. I highly doubt that Wisconsin should be a number 15 team. Once again, this is another team that should be in the top 10. They have their win totals at 9. Okay? Let's read here. The Ducks are the overwhelming favorite to win the Pac-12 this season, coming in at 46% per ESPN's FPI. As for the win total, ESPN sees Oregon winning 10 games during the regular season. The schedule isn't easy, but the good news is 2-year starter Bo Nix returns under center, and tailback Tank Bigsby is considered one of the SEC's best at his position. The margin for error is slim for Auburn, though. It's bounce back time for the Badgers. ESPN's FBI projects Wisconsin with a 47.7% shot at getting the league championship game this fall as division champs. It was not necessarily the Badgers' fault last season when airy, but the pandemic limited this team's player availability, wiped away several games, and Wisconsin never found consistency. That's true. Number 14, the Florida Gators. Before you Florida fans come on here and try to rip me apart, they have your win total set at 8. I'm going to say that once again. They have you guys win total set at 8. I don't see 8 wins. I see 9, then 10 at a bowl game. That's why I see Florida fans at. I see Florida Gators rank up there. Okay? Dan Mullen is a good head coach. I'm not going to knock that. The problem with Dan Mullen, though, is that he cannot beat an SEC West opponent ever since he's been in the East. He cannot beat the SEC West. He has not done it yet. If anybody that wants to go back and research that, he's only been at the damn school for going on his 3rd year. He is 0-2. He's 0-2 to LSU, 0-2 to Auburn. Well, he's 0-2 because of LSU. I think both times LSU. 0-3, I'm sorry. 0-4 maybe. Damn, he might be 0-4 because he played LSU. I believe he played Auburn. And I know he played Texas A&M. So he might be 0-3, 0-4. He's going to be 0-5 because he's going to play Alabama. And he's going to lose that one too. In the swamp. Just to let you guys know that. But I see this team being a 10-win program. I believe that the 8 is disrespect to Florida because Florida will have a pretty good defense. They were trash last year, but they will have a pretty good defense this year, okay? But anywho, let's read here. I'm sorry, let's keep going here. Number 13, North Carolina Tar Heels. They have their win totals at 8.5. North Carolina's a better program than that. We just have to see. No love for Florida from ESPN's computers. The FPI is giving the Gators a 17.2% chance to beat Georgia and win the SEC East this season. I heavily agree with that. I don't even much give them a 17.2% chance. I honestly give Florida maybe like a 5% chance. Georgia is just too strong. They're too strong. That's another one, Kirby Smart. He didn't lose any of his coaches like that. Same thing with Dan Mullen. He didn't lose any of his coaches neither. But I just feel like Georgia has way too much talent over there. Felt the same way last year. They just didn't have a quarterback. But anywho, you won't find many postseason prognosticators picking Florida to repeat as SEC East champions this season. But Dan Mullen likes it that way. He'd much rather be flying under the radar as a preseason top 15 team this time of the year than the latter. The second best team in the ACC per ESPN's FPI, Tar Heels have a 10% shot at winning the conference per the worldwide leaders simulations. The conference title window you've heard throughout the offseason around Chapel Hill. It's here for the Tar Heels with Clemson in transition. In the post-Trevor Lawrence era, it's North Carolina who holds the ACC's top returning quarterback in Sam Howell. Okay, I hear that. So, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets good. Number 12, Texas Longhorns. I have no clue at all of why they keep doing this. Why do y'all keep ranking these damn Longhorns up this high? Their projected win total is 7.5. You guys gotta quit doing this, man. Y'all have to quit doing this. Quit doing this. Hell, y'all gonna get the man fired before he even starts. Quit doing that. Stop ranking them that damn high. Y'all ain't much know how in the hell he coaches. We don't. Ain't nobody seen Steve Sarkisian as a head coach. He hadn't been the head coach in I don't know how many years now. But you guys have them ranked at 12. I understand it's the early preseason rankings. I know everybody's going to, all the rankings don't mean shit. Hey, once again, if that's how you guys want to think, that's how you guys think. Stop ranking these guys this high, man. This not even much. This isn't even a top 25 team yet. At all. Y'all have them at number 12 because of the running back. I understand that. There's no reason for these guys to be ranked this high. None, man. None. There's no reason for these guys to be ranked this high going into the season that they're in. I'm sorry. Anywho, number 11, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now, to be honest with you, this is a flip-flop between them and Florida. I believe Notre Dame should be ranked at number 14. Once again, if you guys hadn't seen that spring game, go back and watch it. That quarterback battle isn't even much a damn battle. Both of them are not good. But I know who they're going to go with. They're going to go with Jack Cohn because Jack Cohn has the experience. To Notre Dame fans, I'm not even much going to lie to you. I know you guys are mad that y'all ain't much got Jack Cohn as a damn transfer. I'm mad for you. I can't believe that. But, hey, maybe he can prove a lot of people wrong. We're going to have to see. Can Texas win the Big 12? ESPN FPI doesn't think so, giving the Longhorns a 3% chance at doing so this season against the likes of Iowa State and Oklahoma. However, Texas may have made the coaching corso's best hire. There are some fans in Orlando down at UCF who may disagree, but most have deemed Steve Sarkisian's arrival at Texas a grand slam. College football's top assistant last season, Sarkisian left Alabama to try and build on what Tom Herman started in Austin, moving Texas from good to great. Former 5-star running back B. John Robinson is one of several toys that Sarkisian will have to work with this fall within what should be an exciting offense. ESPN's FPI projects Notre Dame as a playoff dark horse this fall, giving the Irish a 10% chance, a 10% shot at reaching the Final Four. Several times last season, Brian Kelly mentioned his program expecting to be one of the nation's best annually, evidenced by multiple college football playoff trips in recent years. Well, I can tell you right now, they ain't getting to no college football playoff. Not with no damn Jack Cohn being quarterback. And you guys can watch the season and come back on this video and comment all you want to. Final record projection: 8-6. Number 10, Iowa State. Is this Iowa State? Hold on, guys. Let me look at this. No, I'm sorry. Number 10 is Penn State. They have Penn State at being number 10. I don't know how Penn State made it to a top 10. I do not know that. It's because of James Franklin. I know it, but I do not believe that Penn State right now is the top 10 program. Their winning projections, 8.6. 8.5. Not that there's any motivation needed in Happy Valley, but here's some with only a 10% chance of winning the Big Ten this season per ESPN's preseason projections. Penn State already had bulletin board material for this summer. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. Number 9, Oklahoma State. That's unreal. That's unreal. I ain't got no clue why they got Oklahoma State in here. But until that man, and I think he's been at that school about 20 years now, until he produces a decent record at beating Oklahoma, I have nothing else to say to my gun. The projection is at 8 wins. And I'm going to leave it at that. Number 8 is Mississippi State. We all know that that's a lie. I'm going to say that once again. We all know that that's a lie. Mississippi State needs to be taken out the equation. I'm not even much going to read anything from this. Their win totals is at 8.5. I don't even much know where they got their win total from, but we're going to move along, okay? Number 7, Georgia Bulldogs. That's a lie, too. I don't have Georgia at number 7. Their win totals is at 9.5. Georgia is recruiting at a monster pace, but hasn't won a national championship yet under Kirby Smart. The Bulldogs, per ESPN's FBI, have a 69.2% chance of winning the SEC East this fall and only a 2.2% to be the last team standing. Okay. Prolific passer JT Daniels is on the Heisman shortlist after showing in limited action last season that he's a difference maker at quarterback. Throw in the fact that Bulldogs bring back Zamir White and James Cook in the backfield to go along with a bevy of wide-out weapons. Georgia's loaded. That's why I don't know why they're at number 7. All right, but we're going to make it on the way. Aggie fans, where you at? Number 6, Texas A&M Aggies. So a lot of people ain't going to like that. That's fine. Our projected win totals is at 9.5. I already have given you guys my thoughts on that. I highly disagree. Texas A&M fans expect this season to make the playoff this season, as does Jimbo Fisher, whose squad finished one game shy of the accomplishment in 2020. The Aggies have a 25.8% chance to reach the playoff this season. Damn, 25.8%. That's pretty damn good. Playoff this season. Per ESPN's FBI, that's better than 12 other teams in the SEC, with Haynes King expected to assume quarterback 1 duties following Kellen Mond's reign as a multi-year starter. The Aggies are confident they won't see any drop-off in the passing game. In fact, Texas A&M may improve offensively. Isaiah Spiller returns as one of SEC's leading rushers. And we're going to leave it at that. I expect Isaiah Spiller to have a 1,500-yard season behind Devin A-Chain to have either a 8 to 1,000-yard season. That's how bad our rushing game is going to be this year. Mark my words. Let's move along. Number 5, Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State should be ranked a little higher than that, but because of their defense, good God Almighty, understand why they're at number 5. Their projected win total at 11. I'm not going to knock that. Their projected wins is at 11. If the Buckeyes can get to 11 wins and take another conference title, they should have a playoff argument. ESPN's FBI is giving the Buckeyes only a 53% chance at winning the Big Ten this season and a 45% shot at reaching the playoffs. Here's where it really gets interesting for Ryan Day, whose team brings back a wealth of talent, but loses projected top 5 pick Justin Fields at quarterback. The early portion of fall camp will go a long way in determining the Buckeyes' new starter at the position, since several players have shown flashes this spring. The preseason frontrunners in the Big Ten, Ohio State, is hoping to get back to the national championship game. I don't knock that at all. Number 4 is where it gets really interesting. And I'm going to have to disagree with it, only because I feel like they should be a number 10 or number 9 team. Number 4 is Iowa State Cyclones. Their projected win total is at 10. And this is mainly because the Big 12 doesn't have anybody but Oklahoma. But their projected win total is at 10. That amazes me. That amazes me. Number 4, Iowa State. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, that's a record. You guys stand up. You guys need to applaud that. I disagree with it. But I do feel like you guys are a top 10 team. I'm not going to take you out the top 10 at all. 10 wins. The highest we've seen the Cyclones ranked in any preseason poll. ESPN's FPI favors Iowa State this fall, but it may not be good enough to end in a Big 12 championship with 2 projected losses. Veteran Landon, with several All-American candidates on offense and a strong core of experienced starters defensively, the Cyclones believe their 2021 campaign will be a memorable one and end with a Big 12 championships and perhaps more. But first, Brock Purdy and Iowa State will have to get through Oklahoma at the top of the conference, a matchup that should be a potential college game day choice this fall. Iowa State is a dark horse national title contender, and those odds will continue to improve the closer we get to. Wow. Number 3, Clemson Tigers. I don't disagree with it. That's number 3. I don't disagree with it. I believe they will get back to the playoffs, maybe. Maybe. But we'll see. Projected win totals, 11.5. I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not. Matter of fact, there's no point in me reading Clemson. We already know what they're about in the ACC. And I believe in DJ Uiagalelei. I know the young man is good. The young man is badass. I'm not going to doubt that. He's a hell of a quarterback. He will win the ACC. I believe him and Sam Howell will be neck and neck, but he will beat Sam Howell. This is what I believe. Number 2, Oklahoma Sooners. I'm not going to doubt that. OU, yeah, I don't like y'all neither. I'm not going to doubt where you stand, though. Like I say, I seen that spring game. That is by far one of the fastest damn Oklahoma Sooner teams I've ever seen in my all years of watching college football. That is the fastest. I've never seen an Oklahoma team that fast. Bob Stoops has some good-ass teams. But Bob Stoops ain't never had a team this fast. They're fast on offense, fast on defense. I like what I see. Maybe they can get there. I believe they have a shot at getting back to the playoffs. Now, will they get to the national championship? I don't know yet. Will they win it? I don't know yet. They have a chance and they have a shot. They have a shot at winning. They deserve to be number 2. I like where they're going with that. But that team is fast. That team is electric. And I like it. I don't need to read anything about Oklahoma. The win totals is at 11.5. Number 1, Alabama Crimson Tide. I give them the number 1 spot because they are the defending national champs, so they deserve to be number 1. But we'll see. We'll see. I just want those Alabama fans out there to know. And this has turned into a rivalry between them and Texas A&M now. Although we are so lopsided on the rivalry, I believe that Texas A&M is going to show up and show out this game. It won't be like 2012 game, but it would damn sure be like the 2013 game. Will it be that many points being scored? I don't believe so, because our defense plays way much better than what Kevin Sumlin had on defense. I do believe that will be a game to watch, though. Of course, College Game Day will be there. There's no doubt about it. October 9th. That should be the game that's already marked. Kurt Herc Street, he should have already marked the period anyways. But we'll be ready. Texas A&M fans, where you at? Yale practice will be on lit. So that game will be something to watch for the ages. But that's about all I have for you guys. Like I say, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is a pretty long show. We've went way off the radar and took it way to another level and another notch today. But it was well expected, well deserved. I had to make up for Monday. So I love all of you guys. Please, man, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. Right there in the right lower hand corner right there. Please hit that subscribe button. Also, man, hit that bell so you guys can get reminders of when these podcasts drop. Remember that my podcasts will drop at about 4 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, following up into the season, and when I will change that schedule all the way around. Love you guys once again. #GigaMegas.
And thank you guys for tuning in to the #Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter @JPops, on Instagram @JPops, and also on Facebook at #Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. #GigaMegas.